out there making plays, especially young guys. Young guys, they're showing a lot of improvement, especially from all the spring workouts we went through, the weight training and running and stuff. A lot of young guys really standing out. And the good thing is that those guys are in, the early enrollees are in, and pretty much getting the playbook down pat. They got more studying to do, but the main thing is just seeing them young guys fly around and make plays.
Those guys are under your wings, aren't they? Gibbs and LeCount?
Yeah.
You're having to show them the ropes and.
Yeah, main thing I tell them, those guys are good players. Those guys are guys that pay attention to me to do what they got to do on the field. The main thing is just keep them focused. Let them know that they got to keep their eyes on the playbook. And times that they get off, they got to study the playbook. I tell them all the time, don't worry about mistakes. That's what we need for to get right for those mistakes, and the next players come out and improve from that mistake you made in the previous practice.
Did you do as much cross training as they're doing right now? I guess they're both safeties, and they're getting started.
Yeah, I'm actually doing money too. I'm playing a little money, so pretty much trying to learn every position in the secondary.
But when you came in, you also learned star right away. You started your first season
Yes,
with star, right?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, what? Put us kind of in their shoes. Like, how tough is it having to learn two positions, or is it really that the concept-based thing kind of helps you guys, do it both at one time?
It's tough, but the main thing is, the more position in the back end, wherever coach puts you at, you'll know what's going on. Play-wise, coverage, all that type of stuff. The main thing I tell those guys, learn every position back end because you don't know where you're gonna start at or where you're gonna end up at. So it might be at start, but then you might in the game, coach might say, I need you to play second. So you got to know everything at start and second.
You battled injuries of shoulder, ankle, had a knee, in the season last year. Are you over that completely, and how much different do you feel, having a chance to play healthy?
Man, I pretty much tell myself, if it ain't surgery, I'm on the field. So if that leg pop, I'm going to try to pop it back. The main thing I told myself, I fought through a lot of stuff. That shoulder was very critical, It was to a point where they didn't want me to play, but I told coach, man, I'm going to play until they knock it out of place, until it's hanging, So my main thing is I'm not worrying about injuries, I got injuries all the time, but like I said, if it ain't surgery, I ain't sitting out.
How healthy are you right now? I mean, you feel 100%?
Oh yeah, I'm 100%. But I can't say I ain't gonna speak on injuries, but they come and go. So if they come, we're gonna play without we're gonna play without worries.
When was the shoulder?
It was a Tennessee game, that I had a hit on Alvin Kamara. Pretty much tweaked it and it got worse then. And throughout the season, it was throbbing, it was bad. And sometimes it got out of place, but I just told coach, I'm on playing regardless. So I ain't worried about the shoulder. And I don't want to see a doctor.
How did you compensate for your tackling when your shoulder's that messed up? I mean, that wouldn't be very easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, every time I was making with that shoulder, man, I made a noise every time, but at the same time, I just told myself, I'm not seeing no doctors. I'm going to keep playing.
Right or left?
That was my right.
Don, coach the other day talked about how he's noticed some complacency setting in on defense. Do you feel like you guys as returners, you're fighting that, trying to make sure that doesn't set in?
Yeah, we're not worried about that. All that 10 starters back, us as a defense as a whole, we got to understand, we got to come out and dominate, this year. We got to have a better year than last year. We don't want to worry about people saying, in place or these guys got 10 starters back, who could they? We're not really worried about that. Our main thing is focus on what we got to do and just move on,
Can you see the potential in this defense, though? I mean, since you do have 10 stars back, and it looks like a lot of depth, a lot of young guys. I mean, are you encouraged?
Oh yeah, I see it all. I mean, I pretty much see a big improvement. In spring training, a lot of guys got bigger, faster, and stronger. So then, the thing with 10 starters, those guys that came back, we got mistakes too. We got to learn from those mistakes. We still got a lot to learn. Nobody's perfect. So our thing is to help these young guys since we're back, and get them on track. So when the guys come in June 2nd, they have that same way that they train those young guys that came in.
Does a statement like that surprise you, or is that just another way to motivate you guys? How does that sit with you?
As a whole, we don't look at it. Me personally, I don't even care. My main thing is I play ball. That's media talk.
This is the last year for a lot of you guys in the secondary, like yourself and Aaron Davis. Is it something that kind of sticks in your mind that you want to teach these younger guys so they're ready to kind of step in?
Yes, sir. The main thing is, we're gonna be a bigger brother. That's the main thing. But the most thing is make sure they do the same thing once we leave. Once they grow up, those young guys come in. Teach them the role. Leadership. That's the main thing because it's hard to be a leader when you come in as a young guy and you don't know anything. But like I tell Gibbs and LeCount, you guys are leaders. Y'all just don't know. Lead by example. If you don't want to talk, you can work on being vocal. But the main thing is just show it.
How does that experience of playing your freshman year help you when you're talking to them and trying to help them adjust to college football?
It really helped me a lot. I had sworn them, and they really taught me a lot. So my main thing was I didn't really speak a lot, but I showed it by leading by example. Even though I was a freshman, I was like really leading the line. And Swan gave me credit because many freshmen are coming to do that. And that's what I tell kids with the count. Coach gonna fuss. It's just things you're gonna get talked about and you're gonna get cussed out and all that. It's football, but the main thing is just keep your head on straight and just play the next play.
When you talk about fighting through injuries, if they don't clear you, you can't play. So it wasn't that bad.
Oh, they don't clear me. I'm gonna make sure they clear me. I go smart, tell them clear me.
So how close was it though to you having to do that?
Well, it's kind of like they kept taking me out certain plays. I was playing a little bit, they kept taking me out. And my stepfather asked me like, man, I keep seeing you taking me in and out. And I told him after that game, after the Tennessee game, once he seen the transition of them lowering my play, I told him, they think I'm hurt, but and I am, but at the same time, my heart ain't hurt. But the main thing is, Coach, I told Coach Smart that I'm gonna fight through it all, and that's what he liked about me. I ain't gonna let these injuries, just, like I said, surgery gonna stop me from playing.
Last question.
If you obviously go on paper, like sophomore year, first team All-SEC, last year not.